Okay, Keyshawn, you said Friday your Lakers have to steal one game in Denver or they have no chance of winning this series. So here we go into game 2. Lakers now, it opened as 7.5 points, just as it was for game 1. Now they've been back down by Laker fanatics to 7. So it's a 7-point game, Denver by 7. And I assume you're still picking the Lakers to win tonight. So what has to change tonight?
Yeah, of course I'm picking the Lakers, Skip. Well, number one, Rui needs a couple more shots. He only shot the ball 4 times, right? So you want him to get a few more buckets, a few more, so he can get into some sort of rhythm and feel good about it. You know, and I hate to be the guy, but I need D'Lo to make some shots, man. I understand he was a +2 and all of that. I get all of that. But think about what I just told you, Paul, what I started to say. On 14, so D'Lo missing shots, so he took 20. The Nuggets scored on 10 of 14 that he missed. The next possession. So they get the ball, go down, score. He done missed. They like, oh, he with us. They get the ball, go down and score. That can't happen.
He with us.
They think about that. That can't happen. And then obviously Austin Reeves needs to get a little more active, come to the party a little bit more. Let him come to the party, son. Because even in the late 4th quarter, we wanted him to try to figure out if he could close it for us. Well, why didn't we? Why we didn't allow him to just, why that shot at the end wasn't for him instead of an ice-cold D'Lo?
Austin made 2 out of 3 shots in the 4th quarter, but took only 3.
Yes, but my whole point is that pass from LeBron or whoever gave
it was to LeBron.
From LeBron to D'Lo and D'Lo in and out of the rim, why wasn't that given to Austin Reeves?
Good question.
So we can now try to figure out, because he was as cold as a bucket of ice, D'Lo was. Now, I don't want to play pile on, and then LeBron's got to play. He's got to play. I don't want to say play better in the second half.
How about just play? Seriously, you just got to play.
He's got to erase the narrative that he doesn't want to come to the party in the late 4th quarters. He's got to erase that.
Yeah.
Because that is now, I feel like that's getting ready to be a theme for this series, Skip and Paul, is that people are going to say, because, you know, the first thing they're going to start saying is, well, that never happened to Kobe. That never happened to MJ. You never seen them do that. So he's got to make up in his mind he needs to erase that. He needs to erase it.
Absolutely.
And other than that,
you got this.
Let's go. We got this. Can't come home 2-0, though.
No,
I'm not a math wizard, but if they go down 2-0, that means that there's 5 games left. And if it's correct, then 3 of them 5, 3 of the 5 is in Denver, right? If I'm doing my math right.
Well, if they go down 0-2, they got to beat the Denver Nuggets 4 times
out of 5. Yeah.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
And if they lose, this will be the 10th loss in a row.
Yeah.
11th. Or is it?
Well, no, it'll be 10 if they lose tonight. Yeah. If they lose tonight, it'll be 10.
It's drastic for them to lose 10 in a row and then
and then win 4 out of 5. That's why I said my math. I don't know you're gonna be able to do that, Skip.
I think a few things have to happen for the Lakers to get back in this and win tonight. I mean, first of all, LeBron can't be your 3rd leading shot taker. He took 16 shots as compared to D'Angelo Russell's 20, Anthony Davis's 23. He took 16 shots. Another thing that's going to have to happen, he's going to have a turn back the clock moment. He's going to have to turn, and what I mean by turn back the clock, I mean Boston versus Boston Celtics game 6 type of turn back the clock versus us, where he went nuclear 45-15. I'm talking about Detroit game 5, turn back the clock, where he scored 30 points in a row.
Yep.
He's going to have one of these games.
You remember game 3 LeBron played at your place in 2010? Do you remember when you...
In game 3.
You beat him in 6, but remember game 3 at your place?
Yeah.
He just went crazy.
He went crazy, but it's nothing... What changed his career was game 6 at our place. That changed the whole trajectory of his career.
Agreed.
From that point on, he was a different player.
Okay.
And that game, he had 45, 15. It was fun. We win that game, we go back to the finals.
So you want him to be 23 years old again?
He got to find a way to turn back the clock for one night. And I'm not saying LeBron has to do this every night, but I do believe he's capable on any given night to turn back the clock. to have a special night. And I've seen great players do it all the time.
I've seen him do it
as you got older,
multiple
as you get older,
times.
you know, he can do this every night. But now he's at the age where he can do it once every blue moon, and he's capable of turning. And so in order for them to get back in the series, it's not about D'Lo. It's not about Hachimura. It's not about Anthony Davis or Austin Reeves or the bench.
I agree with that.
Why, though? Why is it not, though?
LeBron has to have one of those classic sports games versus the defending champs.
Yeah.
Which he's capable of doing for them to get back in the game. And if he can do that, they go home 1-1, they got a shot.
But he gave you 27
That's
points.
average. This
No,
is
but I'm
actually
saying-
average. That's an average game for LeBron.
I understand. No, I understand.
Which is a great game for 99% of the league.
I understand. With the 8 assists, you add that into the equation. But when your other guys aren't, D'Lo had 20 shots, man.
Yeah, LeBron has to be above average. Now, 27, 8, and 6 that's what he averages, right?
If D'Lo was
That's what
hitting,
he
but if
averages.
D'Lo was hitting those shots and not going, what was he, 1 of 9?
This ain't no D'Lo.
But if he hitting them shots and he not going 1 of 9 from 3, we wouldn't even be having this conversation about LeBron's got to do more. Because I thought the whole point of this was canceling Murray and canceling Joker out. AD and LeBron canceled them out. Just clean and wipe them off. Now you got the other 3 dudes on the floor. You got Porter Jr., you got Caldwell Pope, who just was lighting us up.
But
like
he does that to you because he was you.
Yeah, well, that was part of the LeBron contract.
Yep.
We get him. Blah, blah, blah. We'll have another conversation about that.
Yep.
But then you talk about all the other guys, Gordon and all them, piecing up and taking care of business against us when our dudes didn't.
Okay, but the fourth quarter tone has to get set by the king. I don't care what you say. He has to show the rest of them.
Well, I don't disagree with you. I don't know what that was about.
All right. The first thing that has to change, Darvingham, is you can't do your old conference final strategy. We're going to put Rui on Joker. He's got no chance against Joker. So Joker the other night went 8 out of 9.
Who you going to put on him,
8 of 9. Just put AD from start to finish.
And then AD going to foul out.
Well, he had 3 the other night. But he's just going to have to, you're going to have to ride him as far as you can because Rui cannot guard him. 8 out of 9 shots Joker made on Rui when he was covered by Rui.
He gonna make 8 out of 9 on AD and get in ones.
No, he's not. No, AD can bother him much better than Rui at 6'8" can bother him.
We gotta protect our dude, though, man.
But this is like a joke to the Joker. He's looking at Rui like, seriously?
Well, that's everybody.
You guys are doing. You guys are gonna do this?
You can't. They don't have anybody. The one guy that they had back in the bubble, he over somewhere else playing, and that's the White Hour.
All right, and I'm going to go down in flames with this one. I'm going to get Paul to laugh. I'm going to make him laugh here. But you have to play Gabe Vincent in the fourth quarter, and if you have to shut down D'Lo, you shut him down. Remember, last year they just benched him against Denver in games 3 and 4 because he's snake-bitten against the Nuggets. And I don't know why, but they're in his head. And once somebody gets in your head, as you know, it's hard to get it out of your head because he's not the toughest guy mentally. He's just extremely gifted. And you either need to sit him down or pump him up somehow and hope that he gets off in the first and second quarter so you could trust him in the fourth. But I don't trust him. Gabe Vincent can really bother Jamal. And he was bothering him early, but he got called for too quick crashing through the screens. He tries to go over the top on the screens, and he's just running over people, and they're calling him. And usually in these playoff games, they just look the other way and let you play football. They called 2 quick ones on him, and he got 3 fouls, and he played 8 minutes and didn't even shoot the basketball. But he can guard Jamal. Look what Jamal did in the fourth quarter. Austin Reeves tries his tail off, you know. He tries hard. Then Jamal made that up and under on him where I'm saying, well, that's just ridiculous. You know, the one where he went completely up and under with his left hand. And I'm saying, well, that's just like a circus shot. That's like a horse shot. And Austin Reeves looking around like, I don't know what else I can do because he was in good defensive position. But Gabe Vincent is stronger than Austin. He's quicker than Austin. I think you got to play him at least some in the fourth quarter to bother Jamal because Jamal scored 9 and he made the 1 3 that he took. You need somebody to get in his head because Gabe has gotten in his head before in the finals last year when he held him to 21 a game and he was the primary defender on him. So to me, that has to happen. And then obviously, this is like the biggest duh in the history of basketball. the king has to join the party. I don't know. He can't be afraid. He can't pout. He just has to be engaged. Listen, if this is a close game after 3 quarters, if he just comes out and puts his head down and says, I'm going into attack mode, trust me, he can get to the foul line. If nothing else, he can get to the foul line. And by the way, they got to the foul line. This is the crazy part of this. If you look at the final box of this, they shot 19 free throws. Denver shot a grand total of 6 free throws. So you always say the Lakers get all the calls. Well, Gabe Vincent didn't get them, but he's a new Laker. But again, if LeBron will put his head down, he can march to the free throw line in the 4th quarter. So if you don't want to shoot threes, you don't want to shoot jumpers, at least get to the free throw line, at least set a physical tone that your teammates can follow.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in the 4th quarter. I just feel like, looking at his body language, that for some reason, somebody wasn't doing what they were supposed to do, and he completely checked out of the situation.
He checked out.
That's what I don't think it had nothing to do with his ability to get to the cup. I don't think it had nothing to do with any of that. Tired legs. I just think he, for some reason, I could be wrong, that he just felt like, man, I'm dealing with this dude, and this dude ain't listening.
I think adjustment, I think what you have to do, I think you don't start Austin Reeves. I truly believe that because, like you said, the Lakers don't defend the 3 yet.
No.
Yet Denver got up 42 threes, which means that the Lakers didn't have the foot speed to close out. Now,
they wasn't closing out.
Yeah,
they didn't try.
So when you got D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves in your backcourt, it's not the most potent
defensive backcourt.
It's not Speedy Gonzalez out there. So I would like maybe put Dinwiddie in the starting lineup or Gabe Vincent, because you got guys who got springier legs, right?
Yeah.
And they can
remember
get out
for a long time they tried Austin Reeves as the Westbrook, to come in.
Six guy, and he did well.
But just for this series though, because you got more athleticism that can close out on the threes with Spencer Dinwiddie or even Gabe Vincent or Taurean Prince to start. Because the matchup for them would be Caldwell Pope. I could put Dinwiddie on him. And then I can bring Reeves off to match up with Christian Braun, maybe. I think that's a fair matchup. Evens it out. Peyton Watson brings some athleticism off the bench. Yeah, and that's where I bring Taurean Prince in. So I think if there was adjustments to be made, because now I get another guy who a little more athleticism, who can close out on threes, but he also is he could probably rebound a little better. Long rebounds, a little bit faster, getting the longer rebounds, because when I look at Denver, they get 15 offensive rebounds. A lot of those are long rebounds.
They are.
To where the Lakers are shooting threes or Denver's shooting threes, and it's coming off long, which results in guards having high rebound numbers these days. I mean, Jamal Murray has 6 rebounds and Michael Porter Jr. 8 rebounds, but I think it gives them a little more speed, a little more athleticism to close out on the rebounds and close out on the 3-point shooter. So that would be the adjustment that I would make, and I would definitely look into that. Or if you start Reeves, you pull him early.
Okay, but all that said, you still think Denver's just way better than the Lakers, right?
I truly do.
Okay, so what are you calling this one? What's the score? What's it by?
I still believe Denver by double figures.
Okay.
Denver by double figures. It's going to be a closer game in the 4th, but then last 3 minutes, same old song. They're going to pull away.
Same old song? Okay.
Pull away.
I'll let you get your dinner back.
106-96.
Okay, I'll take 10 for a second dinner.
All right,
How about
10
that?
points. I'll take 10 points.
Lakers win by 5, man, tonight. 108-105. I mean, 103.
What's that?
108-103.
Okay, by 5. I wrote my score down. I'm right with you. I got 105-100 because I need the Lakers to play
last 4 wins by Denver, they won by 12. They won by 8, they won by 10, and they won by 11.
Yeah, they won all the games. They beat us 9 times, Paul. We get it.
The last 4, I'm saying.
Yeah, but we lost 9 in a row. You don't need to tell me
no, by
the
double
number.
figures, though.
It doesn't matter. We still lost.
So what, if y'all lost 9 in a row, what changes?
Man,
what changes?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm a hope and a prayer. That's all I can tell you. Hope and a prayer, man. That's it. That's all.
I'm just saying, nothing changes. Michael Porter, unless
man,
Nikola Joker say he just want to fly home and start horse racing, then the Lakers.
But see, nobody can stop the Joker. So it doesn't matter. That's why he's getting ready to get another MVP. Nobody's been able to stop him. So you can take the top Rudy Gobert, since he's the top defender, and you can put him on the Lakers. It doesn't matter. He's still gonna get his 30+. He's showing you that.
How did he get 4 dunks in a game?
Well, one of them was a fast break, too.
I know, but how still? So
that
that's what I'm saying. In a
slow break.
No, that was a slow break. LeBron's supposed to catch him and block that. How does he get 4 dunks and he averages 0.3 dunks?
The dude already at the cup, though, man.
Okay, we got to talk about my hometown, Oklahoma City. Exactly how impressed